Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great as well, and I'm calling you from India,
From
a
India.
state called
Excellent.
Bihar. Yeah.
Oh, very good. And what is your name? Sorry?
Oh, my name is Raj Ranjan. You can call me Raj.
Raj. It's
Yeah.
very nice to meet you, Raj. My name is Sarah.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Thank
And before
you.
we proceed, I would like to ask, do you allow your learners to upload the video on YouTube or other social sites?
Um, yeah, of course. Yes, I don't mind.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you for
you.
asking. Thank you very much
Yeah,
for
sure.
asking. Yes, and what do you do in India at the moment? Do you study or do you work?
I am a private tutor. I teach accounts at +2 level and
Mhm.
maths and English grammar up to grade 10. So a higher
Ah,
secondary or even middle
oh,
school student.
excellent. Ah, excellent. And why are you using Cambly? Why are you looking to improve your English?
I want to start a coaching center for spoken English as well because I have
Mhm.
been teaching English grammar. I think that I can work on my speaking skill and then become a English spoken coach as well. So for that purpose, I'm trying to improve my fluency and
Okay.
confidence as well.
Of course, it's very important. Excellent.
Yeah,
Very good. Okay, we can get started. I see we have a short amount of time, so we can get started on the lesson
yeah,
today.
yeah, sure. Yeah, and
Today,
I would like to ask another thing that I can see some topics here.
uh-huh.
How did because this is the first time I'm getting the topic. This is the fourth or fifth session, and earlier I had no session at all. So how come this got pop up here?
What do you mean? Sorry. So with the topics, advanced conversation topics, this is
Yeah,
lesson
I
one.
mean, no, I'm trying to ask that earlier when I joined, there was no topic at all with other
Ah,
tutors, and with you, there is a topic. That's what I'm trying to ask.
I think did you sign up to one of the courses where you will have lessons each time that you join?
Okay, okay, okay,
It's,
sure.
it's
So we can do this as well, or otherwise on any general topic as well.
oh, we can have general conversation if you like, or I just thought because you had the lesson with you
Yeah,
today,
I mean the topic is also good, online education. So we
online
can talk on
education.
this as well.
We
Yeah,
can it will give us some questions so that will help to fuel some conversation as well. There's a
yeah,
lesson
right.
overview, but I think we won't get through the whole lesson, so we can skip this part. So some questions to get started. Do you like taking online language learning lessons? Is it something you enjoy?
Yeah, of course, I enjoy it. And I think that because of online platforms, I have improved so much. Because earlier, like I explained to you, that I have been teaching English grammar to kids. So I used to think that I am good at English. But when I started speaking, I came to know that I'm a complete beginner and I have to work on so many aspects than only mugging up vocabularies or uh, working on the structures because
Yeah,
I had a good hold on a structure like tense and voice and other structures as well.
yeah,
And I used to think that only if I work on my vocabulary to up to advanced level, I would be good. But I could have never known that I have to work on so many different things like facial expression or intonation, word stress,
yeah.
pronunciation itself as well.
Yes, of course, of course. I think learning vocabulary is one of the things that is most difficult, I would say, in my opinion, about learning a language. And it's good to have lots of words, but you need to know how to be able to put them into use. So I think you need to
Yeah,
practice everything else along with that to be able to use the vocabulary successful and to be able to share what you want to say.
Yeah.
You agree?
So
Yeah.
on that part, when I started my journey online, I think
Mhm.
the whatever I have got from this platform, I would have never been able to get. And the way I'm able to connect with even the native speakers, and
Yeah.
some tutors from England or Australia or America, it would
Yeah.
have not been possible had there been no online facilities. So
Of
I'm a big
course.
fan of online learning.
Excellent. And do you think it's useful for all aspects of language learning, or for example, if you're learning grammar or writing, or do you think it's only really useful when it comes to listening and speaking practice?
It depends upon the student. I
Hmm.
mean, if I had to work on grammar, I would have come up with some that kind of questions, and you would have definitely helped. And similarly, every tutor would
Yeah.
tailor made the session according to the student. So it
Yeah.
is beneficial for every aspect, I think.
Yeah, of course, I agree, definitely. And so you said that you really enjoy taking online language learning lessons. Do you think that you would feel different if you were still at school and had to do it every day?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there was an option for me that I could have joined an offline center that is called
Mhm.
a British Lingua. So
Mm.
institutions like British Lingua is available in my city called
Mhm.
Patna. So, but I thought that if I go there, I would not be able to focus on things according to my pace. I will have to go through the pace of the uh, batches maybe, and there
Yeah,
would be kind of every student, beginner or intermediate, every student. So I will have to go accordingly. But here I have the flexibility of going at my pace. I
yeah,
can ask the tutor to start at intermediate level or whatever I fit. So this is also a plus point if
yeah,
I mean compare the online with the offline centers.
yeah, of course. Do you think that people who learn online possibly find it easier because it gives you more confidence if you are, you're alone in your room, you're not necessarily in a classroom full of people where you might feel nervous to speak, so maybe it can give students more confidence to be able to practice and to use the language if they feel more comfortable at home talking rather than in a group of people.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, this is another aspect as well that if we are in classroom, in offline centers, in a classroom with other students, we feel nervous even to ask a simple question that whether other what others will think if I have not been able to understand what tutors will say in front of that crowd. But here it is a great flexibility. Again, I would say that the tutors are so friendly that they never ask anything. I mean, they never hesitate explaining the same thing again and again. So you
Yeah.
can ask the same thing a different number of times and you feel comfortable because if even if you make mistake, they correct politely. So that is another big point here.
Yes, I agree 100%. I think, of course, there's pros and cons of online learning, but I think some of the pros can definitely make learning a lot less stressful and a lot more fun for some people. Of course, it's not for everyone, but for
Yeah, of
some
course.
people, I think it can
Sure.
be very useful. Excellent. The second question here: which subjects are more suitable for online education and why? Are there other subjects you think would be very adaptable to online learning?
I think all the subjects would be very adaptable, like the way we are discussing on language learning skills. Even if we were talking about mathematics, the same thought process would be there. I
Yeah,
can ask so many questions repeatedly, but if I am at offline center, I would ask just once or twice, and after that, if I have not been able to understand, I would not be able to uh, show that confidence to ask third or fourth time because of certain other reasons. Maybe I would feel that I'm destroying the time of other students as well, or maybe I will feel hesitant that if I ask again what the teacher will say. So I think all the subjects would be suitable on online, and it depends upon the student. If they are
Yeah.
ready to work on their subject
Mhm.
diligently, they can ask as many times as possible for them, and
Yeah,
tutor would be easily explaining to them.
of course. Yeah, definitely. And let me flip the question. Do you think there's any subjects that are not suitable for online learning that really you have to go to an in-person class?
Of course, uh, in fact, in science, maybe there are
Hmm.
certain things that can be done only in laboratory. So for
Yeah,
that, we need offline centers. We cannot learn that online.
yeah.
So only that is the one thing that I can think of.
Of
Otherwise, I think that other subjects, it is really conducive and easy to learn on online classes or sessions.
Yeah, no, of course, a lot more practical subjects like science or maybe medicine or any sort of trade, you will not be able to do really online if you need the physical practice of being there with other people. Very
Yeah,
good.
right.
And do you think that since COVID happened, that a lot of people now prefer to do online learning? Do you think that it's opened up a lot more doors for people to actually be able to learn more and try to learn new subjects that they wouldn't have before because now they realize that they have the flexibility to be able to do these things online? Do you think that changed the world a lot?
Yeah, of course. And if I talk about myself, I have been using the online platforms after
Hmm.
COVID only. So
Hmm.
before that, I was not even using any such thing. So
Yeah.
in some way or other, the COVID has impacted a lot. And after during the COVID and after that, the online market has boomed, and people are using it in different way, and it is beneficial. Like we
Yeah.
discussed earlier, that everything comes with pros and cons. But if we look at the pros on these platforms and the online things, then it is so high, and it depends on usage. So if we are using it uh, advice advisely, or if you are using it diligently, it is definitely going to benefit us.
Yeah, of course. I agree 100%. It's interesting how things have changed since COVID. I think a lot of people have realized that it's quite easy to adapt to online learning for some subjects, as we said before. Some are you have to go in, like science, etc. But for a lot of subjects, actually, we can adapt and uh, find new ways to learn and to make it easy for people to have access to education in particular. I think it gave people, possibly in more rural areas, you might find this, it gave them more access to education and a better chance for them to practice. Do you agree?
uh, yes, of course. And it has given all these things to us in a way that we are able to utilize it properly.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Excellent. So we're in our last minute, unfortunately, Raj, but do you have any last questions before we finish?
No, it was lovely talking to you, and I would like to have your feedback.
Yes, of course. I think feedback in general for yourself, your understanding is very good. You speak very fluently, very naturally. You can tell that you have been practicing for a long time. So I think there's not many negatives to say or anything really to work on. Just continue working on vocabulary and practicing speaking. But in general, very very good.
Okay, thank you.
All
It
right.
was lovely talking to you. Have a
It,
nice day, and
yeah, it was great
bye
to
for
talk to
now.
you and to meet you. Have a great day. Take
Yeah,
care.
bye for now. See you in another session.
See you soon. Bye bye.